What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Cover My Kitchen. Today we're going to be talking about proper knife maintenance and care at home. So whether or not you decide to have your knives professionally sharpened or you want to do them yourself at home, it's very important to keep your blade sharp. It makes your job a lot easier, and a sharp knife is a safe knife. When it comes to sharpening your knives at home, there's a ton of different options out there, and anything's better than nothing. But the method I'm going to show you today is my favorite. This is a two-sided whetstone. So right here is a rougher grit. And so once you finish your passes on that, you flip it over and do the smoother side. This is going to give you a really nice polished edge on your knife. But obviously not everyone wants to go out and spend the money on a nice whetstone. So I'm also going to show you a way that you can use any household plate and essentially do the same thing. So when you're using a whetstone at home, the first step is to get your whetstone nice and saturated. I let this sit in water for about 5 minutes until it stops bubbling. And then you're going to lay this down on a towel and then go ahead and ladle some more water over it. You never want to have a dry surface when you're using these stones. Next step is you're going to take your blade and you're going to angle it towards you very gently, and you're going to put this knife at about a 15-degree angle. Another way to think about this is if you stack 2 pennies on the back side of this blade, you want to keep that consistent as you pull it back towards you. And you're just going to make these smooth, even passes. And you're going to start on the rough side first, and once you do about 15 to 20 passes on each side, you're going to flip it over onto the smoother side. So once you finish sharpening your knife, you're going to go ahead and grab a steel here. Now this hones your knife. The sharpening your knife on the whetstone actually takes material off to make the edge sharper. This steel is used to keep your blade at the proper angle in between sharpenings, just to give you a longer lasting time period between how often you have to sharpen your knife. If you're doing this at home, depending on how often you use your knives, you're probably going to want to do this about you're going to want to sharpen about every 3 months, and you're going to want to hone at least once a week. Although it is way more preferred to use a whetstone, if you do not have access to one, you need to sharpen your knives. If you flip a plate over, and this rough edge right here on the bottom can be used in the same fashion as a whetstone. Since I already sharpened this knife, I'm not going to show you the example on here, but you're really going to do the same thing. You're going to cover this with water, and you're going to put it at a 15-degree angle and just continually make passes over it until it's nice and sharp. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I really hope you learned something. And just remember, a sharp knife is a safe knife. Cut.